What time should the elderly go to bed? After 70-90. For better health. The doctor answer. Hey there, welcome. Have you ever wondered if there's an ideal time for the elderly to go to bed? Something beyond just the usual get some sleep advice. Well, you're in the right place. As we get older, our bodies don't work the same way they used to. That's a fact we all have to face eventually. But here's something we often overlook. Our sleep patterns change too, and it's more important than we realize. Especially after the age of 70, the quality and timing of our sleep become crucial to maintaining good health. You see, sleep isn't just about getting those 7 to 9 hours. It's about when you sleep and how well you sleep. But here's the real question. What time is the right time for the elderly to hit the pillow? Is it really okay for them to stay up until midnight, or is there a hidden danger in doing that? Could going to bed too late cause more harm than good? Today, I'm going to take you through the surprising science behind sleep in older adults, why the when of sleep matters just as much as the how long, and how getting the right amount of rest can make a world of difference in your health and well-being. Whether you're thinking about your own bedtime or caring for a loved one, you won't want to miss this. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive into the doctor's answer to, what time should the elderly go to bed for better health? Let's get started. Section 1. How sleep changes as we age. All right, let's kick things off by talking about how sleep changes as we get older. If you're in your 70s or 80s, you might have noticed that your sleep isn't as solid as it used to be. You're not alone. This is something that happens naturally as we age. But why is this the case? The science of sleep. Sleep is a funny thing, isn't it? As children, we could sleep for what felt like forever and still wake up energized. But as we age, our sleep cycles change. To break it down simply, there are two main types of sleep: non-rapid eye movement, NREM sleep, and rapid eye movement, REM sleep. Both of these play a crucial role in how well we feel during the day. Here's the thing though. As we get older, the amount of deep sleep, the NREM sleep that helps us feel fully rested, decreases. This means we're not getting as much of the restorative sleep we need. The REM sleep, which is crucial for memory, learning, and emotional regulation, can also decrease. And that's why many older adults feel groggy or mentally foggy during the day. You see, sleep isn't just about closing your eyes and dozing off. It's a complex process where your body regenerates, your mind processes the day's information, and your muscles repair themselves. The older we get, the less likely we are to hit those deep sleep stages. This is why quality of sleep becomes even more important in our 70s and beyond. Challenges of sleep in the elderly, 70-90. Now, let's look at some of the real-world sleep challenges that come with aging. Insomnia. It's a common problem in older adults. Waking up in the middle of the night, struggling to get back to sleep, or even waking up too early in the morning. These disruptions are part of the deal for many elderly people. Sleep apnea. A major sleep disorder that affects a large number of elderly individuals. It's when your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep, leading to restless nights and poor quality sleep. Restless legs syndrome. An uncontrollable urge to move your legs, often keeping you awake at night. Frequent nighttime awakenings. Waking up multiple times during the night is typical for older adults, and it can prevent deep restorative sleep. And let's not forget about medications. If you're on prescription drugs, which, let's face it, many older adults are, they could be playing a role in disrupting your sleep. It's something to consider if sleep issues become a regular occurrence. But there's more to this story. It's not just the body's changes that impact sleep. There are also psychological factors that need to be acknowledged. Stress, depression, and even loneliness can wreak havoc on sleep. Think about it. As we age, we experience changes in our social networks, and sometimes that sense of isolation can make it even harder to fall asleep. Why sleep matters. Even more. After 70. Now that we've got a sense of how sleep changes, let's talk about why sleep matters even more when you're in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. As you may know, a lack of sleep can lead to a host of health issues, but for older adults, the stakes are even higher. Cognitive health. Sleep is vital for brain function. Studies have shown that poor sleep can lead to cognitive decline, memory problems, and even increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease. The brain needs those deep sleep stages to clean up toxins and consolidate memories. Physical health. Heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and even obesity are linked to poor sleep. When your sleep is compromised, your immune system suffers, and you're at a higher risk for these serious conditions. Sleep helps regulate hormones like cortisol, stress hormone, and insulin, which controls blood sugar. Emotional well-being. Sleep isn't just for your body, it's also crucial for your mind. A lack of quality sleep can lead to mood swings, irritability, and even depression. And when you're dealing with the natural challenges of aging, the last thing you want is your emotional well-being to take a hit because of poor sleep. Bottom line, the older you get, the more important sleep becomes. It's not just about feeling rested, it's about protecting your mental, emotional, and physical health. Section 2. What time should the elderly go to bed? All right, so now we know why sleep is so important. But here's the real question. What time should the elderly go to bed for better health? This is where the timing of sleep comes into play. You may think that sleep is all about how much you get, but when you sleep is just as important. Let's take a deep dive into this. Expert recommendations. According to experts, people aged 70-90 should aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. But there's a catch. It's not just about the hours, it's about how your body aligns with your natural sleep-wake cycle, or your circadian rhythm. As we age, our circadian rhythm shifts. For many older adults, the body's internal clock gets a little off balance, making you feel sleepy earlier in the evening. In fact, many people in their 70s or 80s may feel the urge to go to bed around 8 to 9 p.m., which might seem early to some. But here's the thing. This aligns more closely with our natural circadian rhythms. So what does that mean for you? If you're an older adult or caring for a loved one, a bedtime of around 9 p.m. could actually be optimal. This early bedtime can help ensure that you get that important deep sleep and REM sleep earlier in the night. The ideal bedtime. Now let's talk about the ideal bedtime. Should you be going to bed at 10 p.m. or later? Well, it depends on the person, but staying up too late is something to be cautious about. The body's natural production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, starts to drop as the night goes on, which means the later you go to bed, the harder it may be to fall into deep sleep. Here's a fun fact. Research shows that older adults who go to bed at a later time are more likely to experience poor sleep quality. The later the bedtime, the more likely you are to be dealing with fragmented sleep, meaning more waking up during the night and less time in deep sleep. So if you're struggling with sleep, consider adjusting your bedtime. If you're used to staying up late, it might be a tough habit to break, but aiming for an earlier bedtime is worth a try. Personalizing the sleep schedule. Of course, every person is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. The key here is to personalize the sleep schedule. If you're someone who's always been a night owl, it might take some time to adjust, but it's definitely worth experimenting with an earlier bedtime. Also, consider the role of light. Exposure to natural sunlight during the day helps regulate your circadian rhythm and encourages earlier bedtimes. So if you're an elderly person who's struggling to sleep well at night, consider getting some sun during the day. Take a walk in the morning or afternoon, and avoid bright lights in the evening to help the body prepare for sleep. At the end of the day, whether it's 8 p.m. or 10 p.m., it's crucial to create a consistent sleep schedule. Try to stick to the same bedtime and wake-up time every day. This consistency will help your body's natural rhythm and improve your sleep quality over time. Section 3. Health benefits of proper sleep timing for the elderly. Now that we know when the elderly should go to bed, let's explore why it's so important to get those sleep timings right. It's not just about getting more sleep. It's about the kind of sleep that boosts health and improves quality of life. So why exactly should older adults focus on proper sleep timing? Cognitive health. We all know that sleep is important for our brains, but as we age, sleep becomes even more critical for mental health. Did you know that sleep plays a huge role in memory consolidation? That means while you sleep, your brain is actually organizing and storing memories from the day, so you can remember things more clearly tomorrow. For older adults, especially those in their 70s and beyond, poor sleep can contribute to cognitive decline. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease are linked to chronic sleep problems. In fact, research suggests that the brains of older adults who sleep poorly show more of the plaques and tangles that are associated with these conditions. By maintaining good sleep habits and going to bed earlier to align with natural circadian rhythms, the elderly can help protect their brain health. Those deep restorative sleep stages are essential to slowing down cognitive decline and reducing the risk of memory-related diseases. So, getting quality sleep isn't just a luxury. It's a way to preserve mental sharpness and clarity. Physical health. Let's talk about the body now. Sleep isn't just for your brain. It's essential for keeping your body in top condition too. As we age, our immune systems become less effective, making it harder to fight off illnesses. But guess what? Good sleep actually strengthens the immune system, helping the body defend against infections and illnesses. Additionally, sleep plays a role in controlling inflammation, something that's more common as we age. Chronic inflammation is linked to a variety of health issues, including heart disease, arthritis, and even diabetes. Getting proper sleep helps regulate inflammation, lowering the risk of these conditions. Speaking of heart health, there's a strong connection between sleep and cardiovascular health. People who get insufficient sleep are more likely to develop high blood pressure, heart disease, and even have an increased risk of stroke. So, it's not just about getting rest. It's about how good, quality sleep can improve heart function, lower blood pressure, and maintain better circulation. For older adults, maintaining a healthy sleep schedule with an earlier bedtime can be a powerful tool in preventing these major health issues. Think of it as your natural medicine. Sleeping well is like giving your heart, your immune system, and your entire body the rest it needs to heal and recharge. Emotional and mental well-being. We can't forget the emotional side of sleep. As we age, there's often more stress, loss, and change in our lives, whether it's losing a loved one or adjusting to the challenges of aging itself. But did you know that sleep can help with stress management? When you get proper sleep, your body's ability to handle stress improves, and your mood remains more stable. Chronic sleep deprivation, on the other hand, can lead to irritability, anxiety, and even depression. For older adults, this can become a vicious cycle. Stress and poor sleep feed into each other, creating a negative impact on overall mental health. By prioritizing a healthy sleep routine, older adults can actually boost their mood, stay more emotionally balanced, and reduce their risk of depression. It's not just about physical rest, it's about fostering emotional resilience. A good night's sleep can help older adults wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on whatever the day brings, emotionally and mentally. Section 4. Strategies for better sleep in the elderly. Practical tips. We've covered the why of sleep, but now let's get into the how. How can elderly individuals, whether they're 70, 80, or even 90, get better sleep to boost their health? Creating the ideal sleep environment. One of the easiest ways to improve sleep is by making sure the environment is right. Think about it. If your room is too hot, too cold, or too noisy, it's almost impossible to get a restful night of sleep. So let's start with the basics. Room temperature. Older adults tend to feel the cold more than younger people. The ideal sleep temperature is somewhere around 60 to 67 degrees, 15 to 19 degrees. You can adjust this depending on personal preference, but it's important to keep the room cool for better sleep. Bedding. A comfortable mattress and pillow are essential. As we age, our bodies may require more support, so make sure the mattress isn't too soft or too hard. You may even consider adding a mattress topper for added comfort. Light and noise control. We've all been there. Too much light or noise can keep us from falling asleep. For better rest, keep the bedroom as dark as possible. Blackout curtains are a great way to block out light. If noise is an issue, consider using a white noise machine or earplugs. Electronics. This one is huge. It's tempting to check our phones or watch TV right before bed, but blue light from screens can interfere with the body's ability to produce melatonin, the hormone that makes us feel sleepy. Try to avoid screens at least an hour before bedtime. Building a pre-sleep routine. A solid pre-sleep routine can work wonders. The body loves routine, so sticking to a consistent wind-down routine can signal to the brain that it's time to sleep. Relaxation techniques. Before bed, engage in activities that help calm your mind and body. Light stretching, meditation, or listening to soothing music can do wonders. If you're spiritual, prayer or mindfulness can also help ease stress and prepare you for sleep. Avoid caffeine and heavy meals. A cup of coffee may seem harmless during the day, but caffeine can stay in your system for hours, making it difficult to sleep. Similarly, avoid large meals or spicy foods late at night, as they can lead to indigestion and disrupt sleep. Gentle lighting. As bedtime approaches, dim the lights to help the body relax and prepare for sleep. You can also try using aromatherapy. Lavender is especially known for its sleep-inducing properties. Exercise and nutrition for better sleep. Exercise during the day can greatly improve the quality of your sleep at night. But we're not talking about intense cardio or weightlifting. Gentle exercises like walking or light stretching are excellent for older adults. These activities promote better circulation and help the body unwind after a long day. In terms of nutrition, there are certain foods that promote sleep. Turkey, bananas, almonds, and cherry juice, which contains melatonin, are all known to improve sleep quality. Keeping a healthy, balanced diet is not just important for your waistline. It can actually make it easier to sleep soundly at night. Social connections and mental health. One last piece of advice. Don't underestimate the power of social connection. Isolation is a common issue for many elderly individuals, and it can take a toll on mental health and sleep. Staying connected with family, friends, or a community group can improve overall well-being, making it easier to sleep peacefully. Positive relationships and engaging in meaningful activities can reduce anxiety and improve sleep quality. Section 5. The role of doctors in managing sleep health in the elderly. Now that we've covered how sleep changes and why it's so important, let's talk about when you should seek help from a healthcare professional. While sleep problems are common among the elderly, there are times when they may need more than just lifestyle changes. They might require medical intervention. So let's break down the role of doctors in managing sleep health in older adults. When to seek medical advice. We've all had sleepless nights, but how do you know when it's time to call in a professional? Here are some signs that suggest it's time to consult a doctor. Excessive daytime sleepiness. If you or your loved one feels consistently tired or drowsy during the day, despite getting a full night of sleep, this could indicate a deeper issue. Excessive daytime sleepiness can be linked to sleep disorders like sleep apnea, depression, or other health conditions. Chronic insomnia. If falling asleep or staying asleep has become a regular struggle for weeks or months, it's time to talk to a healthcare provider. Chronic insomnia can negatively affect health and is linked to a range of conditions, including depression, anxiety, and even cardiovascular disease. Sleep apnea symptoms. If you or someone you know snores loudly, stops breathing during the night, or experiences choking or gasping for air, sleep apnea might be the cause. This condition is more common among older adults, and untreated sleep apnea can lead to serious health risks like high blood pressure, stroke, and heart disease. Frequent nighttime urination. Waking up multiple times to use the bathroom throughout the night, known as nocturia, can disrupt sleep patterns significantly. While this can be a normal part of aging, if it becomes disruptive or problematic, it's a good idea to consult a doctor. Other health concerns. If there are underlying medical issues like chronic pain, restless leg syndrome, depression, or anxiety, these can severely impact sleep. It's important to address the root causes with a healthcare provider to manage both the sleep issue and the underlying health condition. Doctors' advice on sleep aids and medication. In some cases, doctors may prescribe sleep medications to help improve sleep quality, but this comes with caution. Medications like benzodiazepines and sedative hypnotics can be useful short-term, but they often come with side effects, such as daytime grogginess, memory problems, and even a higher risk of falls. Because older adults are more susceptible to side effects, doctors may recommend non-drug therapies first. Melatonin, a natural sleep hormone, is often recommended as an alternative to prescription sleep aids. It can help regulate the circadian rhythm and is generally safer for older adults. Herbal remedies such as chamomile tea or lavender oil can also be helpful in promoting relaxation without the risk of side effects. However, the key takeaway is that consulting a doctor before trying any sleep aid, whether pharmaceutical or natural, is crucial. They can guide you on the safest and most effective options based on your individual health needs. Monitoring sleep patterns. Doctors may recommend sleep studies if they suspect conditions like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or other serious sleep disorders. A polysomnography, or overnight sleep study, can provide valuable information on how a person sleeps and whether there are any disruptions that need to be addressed. For those who want to track their sleep without going to a sleep clinic, wearable devices or sleep trackers are becoming increasingly popular. These devices monitor sleep cycles and offer insights into sleep patterns, helping doctors and patients better understand their sleep habits. Section 6. Personal perspectives on sleep in elderly life. Now, let's zoom out for a moment and think about this topic from a more personal angle. We've talked about the science, the medical advice, and the practical strategies. But what does all of this really mean for the elderly, and how can we approach sleep in a more meaningful way? A doctor's reflection on aging and sleep. As a healthcare provider, I've seen firsthand how important sleep is in the later years of life. In my experience, it's not just about getting more hours of sleep, it's about quality sleep. The elderly face many challenges, physical, mental, and emotional, and sleep is often the key to managing all of those. When sleep improves, the benefits ripple out to every aspect of life. Energy levels rise, mood improves, and the body becomes stronger. But here's the truth. Aging doesn't mean you have to give up on good sleep. Yes, your body changes, and your sleep needs may shift, but there are steps you can take to improve sleep and restore balance. Aging should be about embracing new routines and healthier habits, not settling for restless nights. When I speak to older adults about sleep, I always remind them that their bodies still know how to rest. They just need a little help in syncing with their natural rhythms. It's never too late to adopt better sleep habits, and the rewards are more than worth it. First-hand experiences. Let's take a moment to reflect on some real-life stories. I've met countless elderly individuals who thought poor sleep was just a normal part of aging. But after making small changes, like adjusting their bedtime or creating a calming evening routine, many of them reported feeling more rested, energized, and even happier. For example, one 78-year-old woman I worked with struggled with insomnia for years. After switching to an earlier bedtime, reducing her caffeine intake, and starting light stretching before bed, she noticed a huge improvement in her sleep quality. Not only did she sleep better, but her mood lifted, and her energy levels increased throughout the day. It's important to note that sleep isn't one size fits all. Some older adults thrive on an earlier bedtime, while others may feel more comfortable staying up a bit later. The key is to listen to your body, make adjustments, and find what works for you. Philosophical. Take. Finally, there's a deeper, more philosophical element to sleep that we often overlook. Sleep, at its core, is an act of self-care. As we age, we begin to realize that rest is not just about the body, it's about nurturing the mind and spirit as well. For many elderly individuals, sleep can be a time to reflect, to heal emotionally, and to reconnect with a sense of peace. At the end of the day, Good sleep isn't just about preventing disease or improving physical health. It's about honoring the body's needs, finding comfort in rest, and enjoying the simple joy of waking up refreshed each day. Sleep, especially in our later years, is a gift, a time to recharge, restore, and rejuvenate. Section 7. Takeaways. Practical advice for viewers. We've covered a lot of ground today, and now it's time to bring everything together. Let's recap the most important points and talk about the practical steps you can take to improve sleep for older adults. This isn't just about theory, it's about what you can actually do to make a difference in your sleep habits and health. Summing up the key points. Sleep changes with age. As we get older, our bodies and sleep patterns naturally change. Older adults often experience less deep sleep and more frequent awakenings during the night. This is normal, but it doesn't mean there aren't steps you can take to improve the quality of your sleep. The importance of sleep for health. Sleep is crucial for cognitive function, physical health, emotional well-being, and overall quality of life. For older adults, getting the right amount of quality sleep can help protect against cognitive decline, boost heart health, manage stress, and improve mood. The right time to sleep. The ideal bedtime for elderly individuals often aligns with their body's natural rhythms, which means going to bed earlier in the evening, around 8 to 9 p.m., could actually be beneficial. This helps ensure that the sleep they get is deeper and more restorative. Creating a sleep-friendly environment. Small changes to the bedroom environment can have a big impact on sleep quality. Keep the room cool, dark, and quiet. Invest in a comfortable mattress and avoid screen time before bed. These simple adjustments can make a significant difference. Practical strategies for better sleep. Establishing a calming pre-sleep routine is key. Engage in relaxation techniques like light stretching, meditation, or reading. Avoid caffeine and heavy meals late at night, and get plenty of natural light during the day to help regulate your circadian rhythm. Seeking medical help when needed. If sleep problems persist, it's important to seek advice from a healthcare professional. Conditions like sleep apnea or insomnia may require treatment, and a doctor can help you find the right solutions. Whether it's a sleep study, medication, or lifestyle changes, there's no need to suffer in silence. Social engagement and emotional health. Sleep isn't just physical, it's emotional too. Staying connected with family and friends and engaging in social activities can reduce anxiety, loneliness, and depression, which in turn can improve sleep quality. Healthy relationships foster a peaceful mind, which makes for better sleep. Conclusion. A restful night, a better tomorrow. As we reach the end of this journey, I want to leave you with one powerful thought. Sleep is a cornerstone of health, no matter your age. For those of us in the later stages of life, sleep isn't just about rest, it's about rejuvenation. It's about giving your mind, body, and spirit the chance to recover, rebuild, and recharge for another day. As we've discussed, quality sleep in the elderly is so much more than simply closing your eyes at night. It's a vital part of maintaining cognitive health, emotional stability, physical well-being, and overall longevity. For older adults, every good night's sleep means one more day of vitality, one more moment to enjoy life to the fullest. Whether you're in your 70s, 80s, or 90s, your body still craves the deep, restorative sleep that nourishes every aspect of your being. And even though age brings its own challenges, you have the power to improve the quality of your sleep, and in turn, the quality of your life. Remember, it's never too late to start creating better sleep habits. By adjusting bedtime, building a consistent routine, making small changes in your environment, and seeking professional help when needed, you can set yourself up for better nights and healthier days. Whether you're managing your own sleep or helping a loved one, it's clear that sleep is an investment in your future, a future where you feel energized, connected, and ready to embrace whatever comes your way. And as we age, that investment becomes more important than ever. So, take a moment to reflect on the small changes you can make today. Maybe it's setting a bedtime earlier, turning off screens an hour before sleep, or setting up your room to be a true sanctuary for rest. Every step, no matter how small, is a step toward better health. And trust me, it's worth it. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring the profound connection between sleep and health for older adults. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's help others discover the power of quality sleep and enjoy the benefits of living a longer, healthier life. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and always remember, sleep well, live well. Sweet dreams to all.